Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Knowles, and this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 170. Joining me, as always, Daniel Neverly.
What's up, gamers? What's going on?
What up, Danny? Did you
Not
see the
much.
GQ top 100 video games of all time?
I didn't go over it. I did
Mm,
see it.
It's pretty
I'm gonna
badass.
I'm gonna guess. Yeah, I'm gonna guess how they're doing it. They're doing some like amalgamation of a bunch of people and combining a list, right?
Well, I
It's
think,
never gonna work.
I don't even think, like, they took them as input. It wasn't even like,
Oh,
we're gonna, like, do voting
that's
based
probably
off
worse than.
how much of whatever these people voted on. Like, it wasn't even that. I think they just put a list together with their recommendations, and it was just
That's
like,
probably not a
okay.
good list. I'm assuming.
I mean, you're never gonna agree with these lists, right?
Yeah.
Like no individual is ever gonna 100% agree with these lists. But the way they had this one structured, I was just like, really? You guys
I'm
get
sure I would not agree
you
with
get
it.
that? Yeah, no one would. I don't know. It's always weird when a big publication like that tries to get into video games and make a list
I
out
mean,
of
even
it
if
like
IGN
that.
does it, I'm sure it's not always right.
No,
You
no. I mean, IGN is. I mean, get out of here. You know,
know?
can't spell ignorant without IGN. You know what I
Oh
mean?
no, not that again. Not that again.
Daniel, been another
Yes.
busy week in the world of video games.
Yes, it has.
We're gonna start with the big game just dropped, just got reviews. Daniel, of
Big
course, I'm
Daddy.
talking about Lego 2K Drive.
So excited.
So excited. 10 out of 10s across the board. Can't
Across
believe
the
it.
board.
Can't believe it. Highest Metacritic score ever, bro.
Whoa, it's a
Wow.
perfect score.
Let's go,
100.
Lego. Let's go, Lego. They did it. Proud of you. No, of course we are talking about The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. We're gonna do a review roundup. The game is currently sitting at, hang on, let me make sure I get this right now, a 97 on Open Critic. It is the highest rated Open Critic game of all time right now. All time.
Yeah.
I forget when Open Critic goes from. I think it's 2014.
Yeah, it doesn't go as far back. I think they have a few games.
I think
that
they
are
started
further.
whenever their website started. So
Yeah,
yeah, I think it's 2014, beginning of last gen, if you
right.
will. So not every game ever, but this is currently sitting as the top dog of them all.
Yeah, that's crazy. Do you know off the top of your head? Do you know what Breath of the Wild was? If Tears of the Kingdom was
Breath of the Wild
97?
is also 97, but this currently is above it in like whatever
Okay,
their rate. I saw a tweet
maybe it
from
has
Open
more.
Critic. Yeah, it has higher scores on average right now,
Okay,
slightly. But there are less reviews out right now for Tears of the Kingdom, so it could go up or down. So,
okay.
but
Yeah,
currently, yeah.
it could go up or down at one point, and that's what happened to Breath of the Wild when it came to its Metacritic. I
Yeah.
think it was sitting really high, and then it went a few points because people were still reviewing it or something.
Yeah, also, so this only has 62 reviews right now, and for a giant game like this, I normally see it well into the hundreds, so it'll probably get
Yeah.
somewhere around double more reviews, so it could go up or down still. But all the big dogs already reviewed it as well, and those get weighed more into the algorithm or whatever the fuck.
Right.
So, Daniel, 97.
Yes.
Let's go over some individuals. IGN, 10 out of 10. I feel like I don't even need to say the score because you know it's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Let me guess. GameSpot.
Right.
10 out of 10.
Good. Yep.
Is it? Yep.
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 See if I see anything not a 10 out of 10 from a big
Game
outlet.
Informer.
Game Informer.
Kyle at Game Informer gave it a 9.75, and I trust
Okay.
Kyle.
Okay.
He's a big Zelda fan. He
Well, how do you get that
used
extra
to be a game
0.25?
Game Informer's review scores are a little odd. Kyle, he used to be a Game Informer, then he left. He was a part of like a bunch of those layoffs and stuff. He kind of left. Now he was working for MinMax, and he's still at MinMax. And then he's actually working back at Game Informer and still MinMax. So, but he's a huge Zelda fan. And if he says it's a 9.75, like it's a pretty high score for him.
I wonder what knocked off that 0.25 for him.
I don't know. Maybe
Something
performance.
Something happened. Eurogamer, 4 out of 5. There's one.
Okay. Yeah, there's not a perfect score. Eurogamer has never really reviewed things high, I don't think.
Yeah, not typically. But Daniel, 97. I think we were all pretty much expecting this. I'm not exactly this high, but I think we were all like, yeah, this is gonna be.
I mean, I was pretty close to my guess.
This is gonna be the highest rated game of the year. I think we all knew that coming into this year. Yeah, so not unexpected. Daniel, are you excited? We are a day away from Tears of the Kingdom. Are you
Oh
you
yeah, I
amped?
mean
You
it was my
hyped?
most anticipated this year.
Ready to
Remember you
go?
asked what at the beginning of the year? When did you ask about what our game of the year? That was it.
I was
Was that
at the Game of the Year episode
that our
this
game of the year episode?
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said what is our game of the year going to be? I said that this was going to be my game of the year, and it was
Yeah.
probably my most anticipated game.
Sim said Hogwarts.
Um, yikes! I think I like the
I
game
wonder if he
way more than he
still
does.
thinks Hogwarts.
Yeah, I like that game more than he does. Um, yeah, I'm very excited. I still need to beat Star Wars. We'll talk about it a little later. Still need to beat Star Wars. I'm getting pretty close. I might be able to play a little bit before D&D tonight, so I'll try to do some more of those bounties. But yeah, I'm very excited to play. I'll definitely play some this weekend. I'll make time to play.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I got it preloaded, ready to go. I won't talk about what we've been playing later, but I got a clean slate, so we're ready to go here. Tears of the Kingdom. Just gonna very excited to spend like a good month with this game because there's
Yeah.
not a lot coming out that I really want to. There's a couple indies coming out in May that I want to check out, so I'll be able to sprinkle those in a little bit here and
Yeah,
there.
plan
But
on it soon.
yeah, that's
Couple
May
weeks.
23rd. I also want to check out that Humanity game, which we'll check out later. That comes out next week. So it's like, you know, we got a couple little indies. But for the most part, I'm just going to be playing Tears of the Kingdom for the next month, and I'm going to love it. You know, it's going to be great.
Ugh,
When
so
Breath of the
excited.
Wild came out, I didn't get my Switch until right around this time after, because, you know, it came out in March. So
Yeah,
I didn't end up getting a Switch until later in that May, and it was just like all summer. I just played Breath of the Wild just here and there, you know.
What a
And
summer.
yeah, and it was fucking awesome, and like I can't wait to do that again. I'm like really happy it's coming out at this time again too, that I could just do that again. And it's like that's gonna be really fun. I haven't
Yeah.
really looked too deeply into the reviews. I kind of just want, at this point, I kind of just want whatever's in the game to be a surprise to me. You know, I don't want to know
Sure.
like what all the mechanics and different shit that's in there. You know, obviously they're not spoiling anything in these reviews, but if I can go in as unknowing as possible,
Sure.
that's how I like
I'm
to
waiting for
keep
that
it.
Easy Allies review.
Yeah.
That's what I'm waiting for. They haven't put up their review yet.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll actually like read and listen to reviews once I'm actually into the game a little bit.
Start playing it.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
very excited.
Very,
man.
very excited to play this game. This game I, I I I forgot when the scores were going to release this morning, and I like went and looked up, and I was like, wait a second, they were just dropping, and everyone was just dropping their stuff all at the same time.
I know.
started-
I woke up. I did the mistake of waking up at just accidentally like 30 minutes after the reviews drop, and then I'm just like sitting there looking at them in bed for the
Yeah.
next like 30 minutes. I'm like, oh god, this was a bad idea.
I need to go back to bed.
Yeah, I should never looked at this.
Mhm.
But yeah, congratulations, Nintendo, man. I mean, they did it again, right? Like it's you know, no matter how you end up feeling about the game or not, they did it again, right?
I mean, I know that you didn't really care for Skyward Sword, but I don't really think any major mainline Zelda has really ever missed. You know,
Yeah,
they might not be the highest selling games. Maybe they're selling more with Breath of the Wild sold a lot, but they're never the highest selling games. But I don't know. Maybe now the trend's upward. You know?
no, yeah, I can't even. I mean, I don't know if one of the random handheld ones maybe missed or something like that, you know. But
I mean the like the multiplayer ones, the try I forget what they're called. Triforce Heroes, I think, and there's another one. Or Four Swords, that was the other one. Triforce Heroes and Four Swords, I think, the two. Those ones are whatever, but I think every other Zelda's pretty much nailed it. So
yeah,
I wasn't really too shocked.
and
I would
that's
have been
awesome
shocked
because
if it was.
that just shows the level of care Nintendo has for the franchise. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
I'm sure this game could have been out sooner too. Even you know, it's
And they delayed it out of last year, right?
yeah, it's been 6 years. Like I'm sure they could have got this done quicker, but you know they took their time with it and they clearly nailed it. You know, it's
It shows.
one of the
Yeah.
highest rated games of all time now.
Yeah, definitely. It shows. Yeah, you take your time with my boy Link.
Do we think anything will be able to take this down for Game of the Year now?
Oh, well, that's a question. It depends on what outlet. Are you talking about just the Game Awards?
Let's do Game Awards.
The Game
Yeah,
Awards.
I was like Game Awards.
No.
No, yeah, yeah, I don't see it either. Unless Starfield's just fucking incredible, right?
I was trying to think of what a new like something new and fresh that could like take
Maybe
it.
Armored Core.
You know? Yeah, but even then, it's not really new, right? It
Sure,
is a
that's not new,
sequel.
but like maybe I don't know. I think From Software is gonna put some twists on it now this time.
For sure.
Definitely, they're gonna be carrying over some of the stuff they've learned from the Souls games. I know that's not gonna be a Souls game, but I gotta imagine some of the lessons they've learned from making these awesome games the last decade are gonna carry over into the new Armored Core, right?
Yeah. So how they've been doing it? The Game Awards used to do what 5 games for Game of the Year, and then they switched it to 6. I still told you when we did like our thing last year, like, hey, maybe they just need to go to 10. There's just too many games, especially this year. There's
Sure.
way too many games. They should probably think about having 10 nominations for Game of the Year. So if we're doing 6, right now, if we'd had to like hypothetically think about what the 6 would be, I mean, Tears of the Kingdom's one.
Of course.
What else do you think would be one?
Well,
Spider-Man.
yeah, I would say Spider-Man 2 is probably a lock.
Yeah.
Probably. That's probably the only closest one that's not out. That's the closest to a lock.
I would say I have one other though.
Sure.
Diablo 4.
Ooh, good point. Yeah, good point.
If it is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
I think
people
Diablo
are very
4.
high on that beta too. So yeah, you probably
Yeah.
got a good point there. Yeah, I'm with you. Sure, we could put that.
And then the
in
other
there.
3, I mean, we would say Hi-Fi Rush, but I don't know. Maybe.
Sure. Yeah, will that be able to last all the way there? That also has the disadvantage of being a January game, and people these outlets tend to
Hitman
forget
3.
by the time we get there. Yeah, it's exactly
people
it'll
forgot
be in
about
that
Hitman 3.
scenario. I would say Resident Evil 4 remake has a decent chance of being in there.
Yeah, for sure. That's probably one. That's 4.
Yeah. And then
Starfield. Probably,
Starfield,
if it
Starfield's
is a
probably the
Bethesda
next one
game.
closest to a lock.
Yeah, if it is a Bethesda game, what we think it is,
Yeah. FF16, I think, would probably be next up as we got to see where reviews land and all that too. But that game's looking very good. It's getting really highly praised from all the previews and stuff. So we'll see when that actually comes out.
There could be more surprises in the fall, so we don't know everything.
Yeah, you got your Alan Wake 2s out there, Hellblade 2, hopefully, 2. Stuff like that
maybe.
too. Yeah, so Forza even. I think they threw the last Forza game on that Game of the Year list, right?
I don't think so. IGN gave it their Game of the Year.
Yeah, but
Horizon.
The Game Awards not nominate Horizon 5, whatever the fuck it was for?
I think that's what people wanted.
No, okay.
But didn't get it.
Okay, so maybe I'm wrong on that one. Yeah, maybe that won't get in there. So yeah, I guess if we had a guess right now, go Tears of the Kingdom, Spider-Man, Resident Evil 4,
Diablo,
4. Starfield, and then that 6th one's a tough one. I'm gonna say FF16.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I think Jedi Survivor, the technical issues will hold it back.
Yeah, and Hi-Fi Rush, people just
will be forgotten.
Don't have good taste. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
People don't have good taste.
I do hear a lot of people champion that game though.
People better.
I know I do
We
and
will.
stuff like that. Chris Raygun, shout out to him. He always champions that game too. So yeah. But yeah, who knows, man? Tears of the Kingdom's winning it, though. It's winning. I just we just figured this out. Yeah,
we said that with Elden Ring last year, and it there was no chance.
Yeah, it's hard to dethrone those, man. When you get up there, it's like, oh, congratulations to you on winning Fantasy Critic too. It's over. Like I can't. There's like nothing I can do. It's just I don't know. What
you gotta be consistent. It's all
sure. I'm gonna try. I look forward to the challenge of trying to overtake you now. I don't think I'll be able to, but I look forward to the challenge.
I got lucky with the number 1 pick, and it was Zelda. I mean,
I mean, I had the same thing last year with Elden Ring, right? So yeah, it's gonna be hard for me to climb that mountain. I'm hoping though. I'll try my best. All right. Anything else you want to say on Tears of the Kingdom? I just wish it was out, man. I'd call in right now if it was out.
No, not really. I'm excited.
I did see the TikTok from Kind of Funny with Blessing's review.
Okay.
He was saying there's more story stuff. I'm very excited about that. He's saying he's actually really into the characters in this one. So
how that first one was. It was a lot of flashbacks because he's already in.
Well, you had to go. You had to like find the area of the pictures too. I hated the way that story was.
That
set
just
up in Breath of the
expanded.
Wild. Yeah, but like you didn't really get a lot of story out of it.
No, because it already happened.
With just the base. Yeah, because it all already happened and stuff like that. The stuff they did give you, I really liked. But
yeah, me too.
And in those flashbacks, those were cool too. It was just a hassle to go find all those. But yeah. So I'm very excited about that. So yeah, I'm just stoked to check out this game.
Yeah, I'm ready to be slashing people.
Me too.
And making.
He said he put 70 hours in. And he's not even done with it. So I'm like, yeah, let's go.
So big.
Very excited that we only got. I know I just talked about this, but it's just Street Fighter 2, and I can also play Tears of the Kingdom while Street Fighter.
Street Fighter could be sneak in there to that game.
Yeah, it very well could. You're very right about that. Yeah,
sneak in there.
That definitely could. But It's like really just Tears of the Kingdom and well Street Fighter 2, but like I can kind of just play that on the side
Yeah,
until FF16. So it's like okay,
yeah.
it's a really good time for Tears of the Kingdom. That's all I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Daniel, we will move on then till next week when we are able to talk about Tears of the Kingdom.
Yes.
Our next news story: Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 might be coming out this year, maybe. I gotta
Well,
read
the
this
room there, it's the
article. We
rumored
weren't.
Call of Duty.
This just
Yeah.
happened, so we weren't able to write it in the doc.
No. So yeah. So there's a rumored Call of Duty this year, and Tom Henderson is saying that he thinks that Sledgehammer is going to make it Modern Warfare 3.
Okay, so here, let
The
me read this.
snippet that I saw. Yeah.
Insider gaming sources have revealed that this year's Call of Duty title will be called Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. The title is in development by Sledgehammer Games. This is all by from Jason Schreier. But it's understood to be supported by various other Call of Duty studios, just like its predecessors. So yeah, okay, there you go. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 already this year too, huh?
Yeah.
That's
Well, yeah. They said they weren't
that's
gonna.
quick.
They At first we thought they were gonna take a year off, and then they said they're not. So
Yeah, because we
yeah.
just got 2 last year, right?
Yeah, and this is a different. Normally, the Modern Warfare franchise is Infinity War.
Right,
So
right. So
it being
Sledgehammer helming this
Sledgehammer's
one.
interesting. I mean, the last one they did was Vanguard, which I thought was a fine Call of Duty. Very, fun. It wasn't like anything spectacular. I
Were
know
they
some
up
people.
Sledgehammer? Because wasn't
No, it should have
Vanguard?
been Treyarch.
Yeah, it should have been Treyarch this year, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
interesting.
that goes, but I think that the Treyarch delayed their game
Okay,
because if you remember, they swapped with uh Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer.
If you
Yeah,
remember,
wasn't that for
Black Ops Cold
Vanguard?
War.
Like, didn't that all happen for Vanguard?
Yes, Black
Yeah.
Ops Cold War like had to come out earlier so that Vanguard could take another year. So, um, I guess that they're taking a little longer on whatever other Black Ops game is next. I'm not too sure.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I know you're much more the Call of Duty guy than me. So, are you excited about this? Like, are you
Yeah,
hyped to go check out another Modern Warfare campaign?
yeah. I'm not the biggest Sledgehammer fan. They have really good developers over there, but I'm not. Their Call of Duties really aren't. They've not been my favorite. Um, I think their best one's probably Modern Warfare 2. Not Modern Warfare 2. World War 2. Or WW2. That when they went back to the boots on the ground. That's
Last one
probably
I played,
yeah, that's probably been their best one. I'm not a big fan of Advanced Warfare. I thought that was not a good direction for Call of
the
Duty.
Kevin Spacey one.
Yeah,
Mm.
sadly. It's when they did the exo suits and stuff. Kind of changed what Call of Duty was, and I didn't like that period of Call of Duty very much. So Vanguard's fun. So it's interesting. Yeah, they're not going to go back to those characters. They kind of set up that squad that you have in Vanguard could continue and do other missions and stuff, but they're not going to do that. People cry too much that they're making a World War II Call of Duty again.
People don't want that.
No, I don't know. We
I
get a
think
Call of
Call of
Duty
Duty
every
should
year.
just stick to World War II,
We
honestly.
get a Call of Duty every year, right?
Yeah.
Every 3 years could be a World War II Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Why not? Like, what
That's
do you
what I
want
say.
that? Like, what do you
I
guys
do.
want
I do. Yeah.
the diversity there? Like, I don't know. That's a
No,
bit
no, no.
weird to
They
me.
all want military, modern stuff. I
That's
don't
all
know.
they want, huh? It's a bit odd.
It's
Bit odd.
ridiculous.
What happened to skipping a year this year? What the fuck happened there?
Yeah, I don't know. They're just ready. If they're ready to go, they're ready to go.
Ready to go, I guess. All right, well, fuck it. Another Call of Duty, another year. It's same shit over and over again. We live in a endless loop of this.
Will Call of Duty outsell Hogwarts?
Oof. With that Modern Warfare 3 title, it has a better chance now, right?
Yeah.
It has a much better chance now. Shit.
Hogwarts is probably 20 to 25 right now.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think Modern Warfare 2 did that in like 2 months.
Yeah, I
Modern
mean,
Warfare 2.
last year I didn't think it'd beat Elden Ring after
Yeah.
that thing's advantage. It's almost the same thing again. I mean, Hogwarts isn't nearly the quality of game that Elden Ring runs, but it's certainly selling just like Elden Ring. So
I'm selling better. It's
yeah,
already past Elden Ring.
yeah. With that said, no, I would have like my mind would go to no, but I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
just Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's just Call of Duty. Who knows? Like I'm sure I'm
Yeah.
sitting here at the end of the year, like, yep, they did it again with Call of Duty, right? So yeah, I don't.
Never doubt Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Will always.
yeah.
win.
I don't think you can. So yeah, it probably will. Fuck it.
Insane.
It probably fucking will. Call of Duty. All right. Well, Modern Warfare 3 coming at you later this year, probably late October again or whatever, right?
Yeah, they used to be first week in November, and then they kind of pushed it to
Yeah,
late
whatever happened
October.
to launching on Veterans Day? Like they used to always do that.
Is that early November?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was always the thing. I remember, but whatever
But, I mean, the
about that
veterans, they
too.
don't want to play Call of Duty anymore.
Nah, they're fuck it. We're the veterans now, you know. All right, Daniel. Next up, then Sony has decided to shut down first-party studio Pixel Opus. The team, which consists of 25 to 30 people, will officially close on June 1st. You might know Pixel Opus from Concrete Genie. They made one other game. Can't remember the name.
Yeah, I can't
Entwine.
remember the other.
I
Yes,
believe that
that's
was
right.
the name. Entwine. Daniel, this fucking sucks, man. This is
Yeah.
terrible.
This was
This is
like this was supposed to be one of their studios that was unique and doing, some fun stuff, and
yeah.
clearly they weren't.
Yeah,
So,
no, I loved Concrete Genie too. I know me and Sims have a soft spot for that game,
yeah.
and yeah, I thought that game was awesome. And yeah, like you just said, man, this is one of the last studios PlayStation has that really were working in like that double A space. You know what I mean? Making smaller types of games, and it just sucks they decided to close them down. It's just why not let them just keep going and making smaller type games like this if that's what they wanted to do or something like that. I just think Sony's MO is just not changed because it's kind of somewhat always been this, but it's just your
It's
big
altered.
first party single player games, your God of Wars, your Horizons, and stuff like that, and then they're moving over to this live service stuff with the Last of Us game and whatever else they're planning on announcing soon. So they're obviously just shifting over to that, and I think they just decided there's no room really for Pixel Opus anymore for this, because we're just not trying to put out those type of games. And I understand those aren't the type of games that make money, and Concrete Genie certainly never lit the world on fire and stuff like that. But yeah, it just they at least would give you a more unique game than a lot
That's
of
the
these
word
other
I was
type of
gonna use.
things. Yeah, than a lot of these other type of games, and yeah, it just sucks they're gone, man. It's unfortunate. Hopefully these employees are able to find other jobs though and stuff like that. I know
Yeah.
it's not the biggest group of people, 25 to 30, so it's not the worst thing in the world. And I'm sure there are a lot of talented developers there, and they'll be able to find more jobs. But yeah, it's just it's very unfortunate.
Yeah, unique's a great word for it. I think that a studio, I didn't really get into Concrete Genie or anything, but a studio like that is what makes PlayStation unique. And if you're just gonna kind of let it be big AAA games and live service games and kind of nothing in between, I don't really know if that is how you should do it. I don't know. Like,
From a money standpoint, right?
maybe.
It's like yeah,
But from a
you know,
creativity standpoint, I don't know.
yeah,
Are they going to
no.
be more sterile now? I don't know.
Um,
I like when PlayStation takes a new IP and does something new. Have these studios do something new. I feel like with what we're going to get, with PlayStation, what we kind of already have right now, is just another sequel and another sequel and another sequel, and then we're going to get a bunch of maybe new IP, but they're going to be live service stuff. Like, where's especially PS4 generation, we got a lot of new IP. Now we're just going to get a lot of sequels to those games, which isn't a bad thing. Like, I would like sequels to them, but I'd like PlayStation to be doing something new. A studio like Pixel Opus could be that team doing something new and fun.
no, yeah, I hear you entirely. I completely agree with that. I much rather would for instead of 10 live service games, we're gonna make 10 Pixel Opus size games.
Yeah,
Like that would have been great. But that's just not. This is not where the money is. Unfortunately, like the PlayStation is trying to be the market leader, right? The dominant leader, and if they don't see a route to making money with smaller type games like that, they're just not gonna take it. And it sucks too because you look over on the Xbox side and they have the smaller type games. They have their bigger teams working on smaller type games with Pentiment, with Hi-Fi Rush and stuff like that. None of Sony's teams are doing that. If the teams are working on a second game or their main game is the single player, let's say Guerrilla, right? Their main game Horizon 3, right? Let's assume that, and then on the side they're working on a multiplayer game. That's what they're doing on the side. It's not a smaller new IP type game like a Pentiment, and that just sucks, right?
yeah, yeah. Like Pentiment and Hi-Fi Rush are just fun, unique, weird things that I would like more of. I like these bigger studios to take more risks, and it seems like PlayStation's not about taking risks right now. I feel like people liked the PS4 generation PlayStation for taking the risks, right? I don't know. I think that's what got placed in PlayStation where they are now. taking a little bit more risk.
A little. I don't know how risk takey like Ghost of Tsushima is, or like
A little
you
bit.
know,
I
a
don't know. It's a
little.
new IP.
Yeah, it's a new IP, but it's a game we've seen before, right? Like
It
it's
is an
just
open world.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's Assassin's Creed, but samurai, right? It's like I don't know how risk take that is, especially with people asking for that for years. Horizon, it's open world robot dinosaurs, bow and arrow, right? I mean, there were new elements there. Don't get me wrong, but
I
that
think the
wasn't
risk there is for it to be an FPS studio to do that.
sure. Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you, and I think we will get new IP eventually from those studios. Like you said, there are a lot of sequels lined up, and but I do think we will get new
Like
at
almost
some
all
point.
of them.
Yeah, but they're gonna have to at
Maybe
some
Sony
point.
Bend. That's the only one I think that you could maybe not get a sequel.
I think Sony Santa Monica has a decent chance of working on a new game
Maybe
right
them
now.
too. You're
Yeah,
right.
even Naughty Dog possibly. I know rumors of The Last of Us
I
3
don't
right
think
now.
so.
Yeah, I know a lot of people don't think so, but I think that's possible. I'm just saying I think we will get big new IP from them at some point. It's
I
just
hope so.
there are a lot of sequels lined up right now. But I mean, in terms of the pixel opus size things, it's I wanted to touch on this. I think Media Molecule, you got to be shaking in your boots right now. This is Media Molecule
Yeah,
is kind of in the same boat right now. Small
they lost
team,
all their heads.
all their heads are gone. Same size of a team, right? That 25 to 50
It
people
might be a little bit
range.
bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be a little bit bigger, but yeah, they should be scared right now because I think they would be next up. I think they're going to be looking to cut things with them acquiring all these new studios, right? And these new studios, we know they're all working on these live service games. So yeah, unless Media Molecule has something up their sleeve, I
I think
don't.
they said they were working on something,
They
but
might be
we
next.
need to
Yeah.
see something
So did
probably.
Pixel Opus though, right?
Did they ever say it? I
I
don't
think
remember
they.
seeing them.
Yeah, maybe that was just rumors, but I mean, what were they
Yeah,
doing since Conquer Genie? That came out in 2019, right? They must have been
true.
working on
Very
something that
true.
got canned.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, what are they gonna? They're not gonna sit and pay them for 3 years
Yeah, exactly.
to
To
do
do
nothing.
nothing, unless
Yeah,
they were
you're
just
right.
becoming more of a sports studio at that time, right?
That's entirely possible too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Media Molecule is an interesting company. I mean, it's not like Dreams reviewed bad. It's just people didn't play it. It's not a bad product. It was just, honestly think PlayStation did a pretty bad job of marketing that game and not getting it on PC and
Yeah.
some other things. I think that Dreams could have been a little bit bigger. Maybe not as big as they wanted it to be, but it could have been a little bit bigger. Uh,
I think one of the
yeah,
problems with Dreams was it was just hard to create things in it. Not hard, but like it was a complicated process from
it
what I
was.
was
Yeah, it
playing.
was just.
It was never like fun, like like Forge and Halo 3, that's fun. That's simple,
Oh
that's
yeah,
fun.
sure.
Even Forge gets a little too complicated if I'm being honest, the more and more it went on. But like Halo 3 Forge, if you remember that.
Yeah,
That was like very easy to make
I think
things in.
Reach was also very good. I liked Reach's Forge.
Sure, yeah. But that was very easy to make things in. It's just that you could get like a casual audience of people just making little stupid shit and doing that. Dreams was a bit too complicated. It was just like here's an empty
Yeah.
canvas and you can do whatever the fuck you want. And it was just daunting to try to even begin to make anything in those games. So
What they should have did was pack in Dreams and with every PS5,
yeah. Oh yeah, that should have been a must, something like
so that
that.
people could be playing everything that these other people are making.
Yeah, and then
That's what
like
they should.
promote people's stuff,
Yeah,
the whatever, some cool things that people have made. Maybe put that on the homepage or whatever the fuck, stuff like that. That would have been cool. Put it on PC, obviously. I
PC
think
is
when
the big
that
one.
game came out, they just and it got the reaction it did. I think they just lost all faith in it too.
I think PlayStation just wasn't confident in that game, which is
Yeah,
very sad.
and you got to think when PlayStation approved that game too. That was before the PS4 even came out.
Yeah,
They approved that game, so it was a much different PlayStation at that time, and yeah, it clearly just didn't work out. But yeah, back to Pixel Opus. It's just yeah, it's unfortunate, man. I think they're gonna rely more and more on indie games for these smaller type titles, more unique type titles, and they do a good job of. I think PlayStation actually does a really good job of promoting
yeah,
indie games. You see them promoting that Humanity game left and right.
that's
Goodbye
true. Yeah, yeah,
Volcano
yeah.
High and stuff like that. Gonna get a lot of promotion. We'll talk about that
Where's
later.
that other one? The Devil in Me, or not the Devil in Me? What's the
Little Devil
that's
Inside.
Little Devil Inside? Not the Devil in Me.
The Devil
Yeah,
in Me,
Little
good
Devil.
movie, but
No, that was no. That's the Dark Picture game.
oh yeah, what am I thinking of?
I
What's
don't
that
know.
movie with the
The
elevator?
Devil. Is it just called Devil
Maybe it's just called
or
Devil.
the Devil or something like that?
Evil Devil.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Anyways, what
I
are
don't
we
think
talking about? Pixel Opus.
Yeah.
Straight to hell you go with the devil. No. Um yeah, it's the I guess I don't got too much more to say on it. I hope these people can find jobs in the
Yeah,
industry.
for sure.
Yeah,
This was
for
a
sure.
European studio, right?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Go
I'm
play Concrete
sure.
Genie. I loved Concrete Genie.
Yeah, I'm sure. CD Projekt's hiring. They got a lot of different studios now, so
Sure. Yeah. Move over to where are they located? Amsterdam.
they have a bunch of studios. I think they have one in Sweden. But, I mean, they're in Poland, but I think they have one in Sweden, maybe. We talked about it last year when they opened a bunch of different. They were
Oh
opening
yeah,
studios, or they had like two in
got one in
America.
Boston now.
I think their main one is in Poland, but they have Boston. There's one on the West Coast, I think. Yeah, go
Okay.
over there.
Well, good luck to those people. Rest in peace, Pixel Lopus.
Rip.
It's always a cool name for a studio too.
This is a cool name.
Next up, then, Danielle, sticking with the PlayStation news, the PS Plus catalog update for May has been announced on May 16th. Extra and premium members will get access to games like Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart and Watch Dogs Legion. Also, upcoming puzzle game Humanity will launch on the service on that day.
Yeah, I thought this was a good drop of PlayStation Plus games. That's why I put it in here. Yeah, Humanity is a good one. Hopefully that game's great. I think it's the developer of Tetris Effect, so
Yeah,
it's probably going to be
Res
pretty
Infinite
solid.
too.
Res Infinite, that's
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I'm surprised it wasn't already on the service, but
When
who
that game come
knows?
out? Was that 2 years ago now?
Yeah, it was 2021. Yeah, I think April 2021, something like that.
Try to see what
Uh,
else is on here. Like I said, Watch Dogs Legion, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Dishonored, Death of the Outsider, and Dishonored 2. That's pretty good. The Evil Within 2. A lot of Bethesda games here. Let's see what else. Wolfenstein Youngblood, Thymesia Lake. I think you like that game, right?
yeah,
It's like
that's a
the
cute
mail
little game.
delivery game. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then the classic titles were Siphon Filter, Logan Shadow. Ooh.
that's a title.
Logan Shadow. Okay, okay. And Ghostbusters, the video game remastered. Never played that game.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
I was meant to check that out. Pursuit Force and Blade Dancer Lineage of Light. Those are the classic titles.
Okay.
Okay. There you
Pretty
go.
solid list.
Yeah, pretty
You gonna
decent.
play Humanity?
I am gonna play Humanity. I played the demo of that game, or I played like
Yeah.
the first 3 levels of that. I think I talked about that on here. And
Hmm.
I really enjoyed those first 3 levels. So I deleted the demo and I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna actually play this game. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I don't know when I'll get to it because I damn sure ain't getting to it next week. I'll tell you
Maybe
that.
in a few weeks.
Yeah, maybe in a few weeks. But yeah, not anytime soon. But I will play Humanity. Yeah,
Okay. I can't wait to hear what you think about that game. That game looks weird.
yeah, it does. It's very weird. It's a cool puzzle game though. I think a lot of people end up like that.
Cool.
All right. Next up then, Daniel, upcoming indie game. What are we going with here? Drogen?
Let me see.
Drodugen?
Yeah, I was trying to look and try to pronounce this game.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's an odd name.
I would say Dordogan
Dordogen. Okay.
or something or
Let's start
something
over
like
then.
that.
Upcoming indie game Dordogen has gotten a release date for June 13th on all major platforms and will be launching on Game Pass. If you don't know what this game is, it has a very unique, cool looking art style.
Yeah, it's very painterly.
Yeah, it seems to be some sort of 2D exploration type,
Adventure.
yeah,
Yeah.
game. Yeah, it's got almost like a what do you call that type of paint style? Like water paint, wet paint?
Yeah, like a watercolor.
Yeah, watercolor. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Almost looks like you get into like some 3D environments and 2D
Yeah.
environments. So
In the trailer, she was like rowing or on a boat.
yeah,
And you kind of get like
from
some
from behind.
water effects.
And then it
Yeah,
looks like
from
when
behind.
she's walking, it's more 2D. I think
Hmm.
I don't know, any 2D exploration game.
I just thought this game looked really cool, and I wanted to give it a shout out. So we got a few of those this week, actually.
Yeah, it does look really cool. Awesome art style. So that's cool. And then speaking of our awesome art styles, a new game called Mouse has been announced via its own Steam page, and it's got people very excited. The game appears to be some sort of FPS game with classic black and white cartoon inspired art style. Think Steamboat Willie.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Steamboat Willie.
Yeah.
It's like, what if give Steamboat Willie a Tommy gun and you could shoot
Yeah, it's a
another
first-person
Steamboat Willie?
shooter. Now, this does look very cool. I will say, if you're gonna be an FPS game, though, you gotta control well, you gotta play well.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be very tough for this game to to do.
Yeah, does the charm is it play well, and how much does the charm carry it? You know?
Exactly, right? And it's just I could see this just being one of those, it doesn't play super well, but just
Yeah.
looks really cool.
I think on the Steam page they said it was I think it also said it might come to Switch and Xbox.
Mm, let's see here.
I think on that Steam page there was like other platforms they were trying to hit. So we'll see.
Okay.
So it might not just be PC, but yeah, go check out a trailer for that game too. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, does look really cool. Yeah, hopefully it comes out the consoles too. It'd be fun to check out. It's just so wacky. I'm looking at the video right now. It's so weird. It's
Steamboat
fucking
Willie with a
weird, man.
gun.
Yeah, I love it. I love the idea. They must have
So
played
good.
Cuphead and got the idea for this, right? Looks like you can
Yeah,
like sway too a little bit.
yeah. I'm not sure. It looks a little off control wise. I agree with you.
Yeah,
We'll see.
yeah, we will see. Awesome art style though. All right. Next up, then, Riot Games' efforts to expand League of Legends, the League of Legends world with more games continues with a new 2D action platformer, called Convergence. It has gotten a release date for May 23rd, so a couple weeks from now.
Yeah, coming up.
Danielle, I know you played a couple of the expanding League of
Just
Legends
one so far.
games. Just one? Okay.
Yeah,
What was
there's
the one
the
you played?
it's called Ruined King.
Rune King. That was
That was that
a
RPG.
turn-based RPG, right?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it was an RPG that came out in 2021. And I don't think they did any last year, but they already released one this year called Mage Seeker,
Yeah.
which looks really cool. It was like a top-down action game.
Yeah,
I
yeah. That
still
came
want
out
to
in like
play that.
March, right? Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, I want to check out that game, and then now this one. It's like a
There's a
play.
fighting game too, right?
Yes, the was it Project L?
Did
I
that
think
not
is what
come
it's
out
called.
yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
They announced that I think in 2021 as well.
I like how they're trying to hit all these different genres. They're
Yeah,
just like, hey, let's make a
doing a
League of
TV
Legend game
show.
and everything.
They did a card game.
Yeah.
I never got to try that. Yeah, this looks really cool. It's like a 2D, platformer with Echo as the character, who is also in Arcane, the show. He's the guy that can like rewind time and stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah, okay.
So he's the main character you play as in Convergence. So looks pretty cool. I like my 2D platformers.
Yeah, that's cool. You gonna check this game out then?
I would like to. Yeah, it's just time. Like I want to
Time.
check out Mage Seeker as well.
Don't got enough time,
No,
Can't
there's
do
no
it.
time.
No time for anything anymore.
Zelda's out.
Zelda's out, man. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I probably won't end up checking this out. 2D platformers, not necessarily my genre, but it's cool, man. I like Riot Games getting out there and making more games, doing this stuff in different genres too. That's really cool.
Have you been curious because of Arcane?
You would think that would like turn me on a little bit more to
Yeah.
this world, but no, not really. I
Okay.
still hear League of Legends, and I'm like,
You're like, gross.
Even though I loved Arcane, like I thought that show was
Yeah.
fucking awesome, but yeah, whenever I hear League of Legends, I'm still just like, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Not touching that.
Nah. I had a group of friends that all they played was fucking League, and I just
Ew.
hated it. I was like, oh my god, you guys, what are you doing? This is the game. You all sit there and play on your fucking PCs. Like,
What a bunch of nerds.
fucking dorks, dude. Like, why do I talk to you guys? All right, Daniel. Next up, then, Game Freak, the Pokemon developer,
Mhm.
has announced a future game codenamed Project Bloom, which is said to be an ambitious AAA action adventure samurai game and will be published by Private Division. Daniel, we don't always see Game Freak get out there and make other things. I know they do from time to time, but
Yeah, I think their studio's split. So like one's always doing Pokemon, and then there's one always doing something.
something
Like
else. Yeah, I
they've
remember that
done
Town game. I think it was
yeah,
called Town. I can't remember the exact name, but
something, yeah, Little Town Adventure or something like that, or something like that. Yeah. Then they
some
did
shit.
Tembo the Badass Elephant, which was like a 2D
What is
platformer.
that? What?
Ever heard of Tembo the Badass
I've
Elephant?
never heard of Timbo the Badass Elephant. No,
Yeah, go
no.
look at
What
that
a
game.
name! That's an
You play as
awesome
like
name.
an elephant, and it's like a platformer.
Wow.
They did that Pocket Card Jockey, which I never checked that out. So they do side games. This seems pretty ambitious for them.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe Private Division and Take Two give them a lot of money. Maybe help them a little bit.
Someone please give them money.
Yeah, give them money and please help them. Private Division, if they don't ask for help, give them help.
I like to
they're
think
gonna do
Nintendo just never pays them. Like
no.
Nintendo's just like, we'll keep all the Pokemon money. You guys are fine. Don't worry. You guys could keep working with the same technology from 2003 that you got.
Their cardboard box.
Yeah, the
That's what it is.
cardboard box. This is all we could make, guys. I'm sorry, Pokemon doesn't run well. Okay, I'm working on a 1997 Windows laptop. All right,
Yeah,
Jesus, leave me
they're
alone.
using Windows XP.
Yeah,
Yeah, so this is probably going to be everywhere as well. Like I think all their other games they kind of just put everywhere.
I
That's not
wonder
just
if it
exclusive.
won't be on Switch. You know.
They're like, yeah, that'd be funny. We want to take control of the power of these other consoles,
Yeah,
so not on
I
Switch.
think that's a real possibility, though. No,
It
like
could be.
an ambitious AAA game that doesn't sound like it's running on Switch.
We'll see. Maybe they'll
I
try to
say
port
that
it.
with Tears of the Kingdom getting a 90 fucking
Yeah,
9 or whatever this morning.
yeah, true.
But yeah, I mean, this sounds cool. Shit, I like samurai, so cool. Go for it. We're getting a
Yeah,
lot of AAA action adventure samurai games lately, so yeah, why not add one
just
more
hop
to the
in.
list?
Yeah, hop in with the third person cinematic action adventure game. Right? There's so
Sure,
many of them.
why not? Man.
Just keep making those.
What are we getting? We're getting what, the Assassin's Creed one, Rise of the Ronin, Ghost of Tsushima
Yeah,
2 at some point, and
yeah.
then this. So okay,
We
we
just had
just got
Wolong.
not only, and then was the Yakuza one, the
Oh yeah, like a dragon.
yeah, like a dragon Ishin.
Ishin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, add it to the pile, I guess.
Yep.
All right, cool. Well, looking forward to seeing that Game Freak. Next up then, Daniel, Team Cherry has officially delayed Hollow Knight Silksong out of the first half of the year. The studio director has said the game has gotten quite big over time, so they want to take their time to make the game as good as possible.
We can tell. We can tell it
We
got
can
quite
tell.
big.
Yeah, it got quite big. Yeah, wasn't this planned to be a DLC originally?
Yeah.
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 Maybe it's getting a little too big, guys. Maybe
Yeah.
just calm down.
We can just put it out.
Maybe it's big enough, you know?
Yeah. Crazy. Because apparently, like, I still have not played Hollow Knight, which I really want to play.
I'm
I hear
shocked you
only
haven't
X.
played that.
I know.
I feel
I
like
hear
that'd be a
only
game
X.
you'd love, right?
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I know. It's a game that has just been on the list and the docket to play.
I
It's a
played it for
game.
like 2 hours.
Yeah, it's a game that is so up my alley, and apparently that game's like really long too. So yeah, it seems like it's just going to be a full true sequel. So yeah, take their time. It sounds like it's still coming out this year, is from what I get. But you never know with them; it could be next year.
Yeah, I mean they're an indie too, right? With indies it's just whenever, it's I think with AAA games when they get delayed and it's just like no release date is set yet indefinitely, we can kind of pinpoint when it's going to come out still cuz it's like you got certain windows depending on how big of a AAA game are, what type of game you are, right? Stuff like that. So with indies, it's just like it's literally just whenever you're ready. Especially with an indie
Yeah,
like this that's got a lot of hype behind it. It's gonna make a lot of money. There's a big fan
but they have a
backing
lot of
for
Xbox
it.
money.
Yeah, and
They
it's
took
coming
a
out on
lot. They
Game
took a
Pass
big
that day.
big check. Yeah,
So it's like it literally it could be end of this year, it could be this summer, could be fucking a year from now. You know what I mean?
maybe go out in like August.
That'd be ideal, right? This sounds longer than August to me.
Yeah,
The way this reads, that sounds longer than a 2 month delay. Is like I feel like he would have ended what he said with like a "and we'll show more soon" type thing, or
sure.
like
Maybe we'll get
still
more at the Xbox
releasing in
conference.
2023, something like that. Yeah, I could very well see this showing up at the Xbox conference. Why not?
And
They have that
with a
deal with
date,
them
maybe.
anyway. Yeah, that'd be. Will they have a date ready in a month though?
Maybe.
That'd be the
Maybe they're
question.
still looking around because this was a pretty under the radar type of delay, right? Like it wasn't some big splashy delay. It's still an indie game. It's still a small game, so yeah, maybe they'll come out and just say, "Hey, well now here's a date. We have a timeline now." So that'd be nice. They like were already targeting this first half last year, right? So they have to have some sort of timeline for when it'll be done.
Sure. All right. Well, Team Share, take your time. I'm sure it's gonna be great.
Yep.
When it does come out. Next up, then, NetherRealm Studios is teasing the next Mortal Kombat game again. This time with a short video of a clock counting down to 12, but then skipping 12 all the way to 1, Daniel. Possibly
Oh
hinting at
no.
a reboot of the Mortal Kombat franchise being the next game or something like that of that. I read something that the story of the last one ended off with like a reboot point or
I
something
mean, do
like
you
that.
want me
Like,
to tell you? Did you not
yeah, go
beat
ahead. Spoil
11?
it for me. No, I never beat 11. No.
Okay. So,
Daniel's
big
gonna
spoiler.
spoil
I will
Mortal
spoil
Kombat
the ending.
11. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll spoil the ending. So there's three, technically like three endings. I am assuming one is like more canon than the other. There's like the one where you actually lose to the bad guy, everything goes whatever, goes bad. That's actually an achievement or whatever. Then there's one where you like can just beat the final boss, and then you get an ending. And then there's like a true ending where you beat the boss and you don't lose a round, basically. But it's Liu Kang ends up like taking the power of Raiden, and he becomes an elder god to fight the final boss. Um, oh, I know what the true ending is actually now. So when you fight the final boss and you beat the final boss, you basically like reset the entire universe. Like he has so much power that Liu Kang resets all of the universe, and it's him and uh, Katana is with him. That is how you get that is I think the true ending is Katana is there with him. I don't think Katana is there if you lose a round and you are resetting the universe. So I assume that that's kind of what they're hinting at is a complete reset of the universe again, which they did with Mortal Kombat 9, um, which is one of my favorites. So I'm excited to see if it is a reboot, you know, if they actually decide to change anything. I'd be
So
I would like them to change some things.
with all that said, there have been reports this morning of it being called Mortal Kombat 1. So yeah, I could read this from GameSpot. Following the
Okay.
most recent Mortal Kombat teasers suggesting some shenanigans around the usage of the numbers 12 and 1, the next game's title, a new report has emerged that states the game will indeed be a reboot called Mortal Kombat 1. On Twitter, leaker Bill Kun called Mortal Kombat
These
1 is
leakers are outside.
claimed Mortal Kombat 1 is the official title and that it will launch on PS5, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch, and PC later this year. Rumored to
That's
be
been the
around
yeah.
September.
Okay.
Okay.
We said I mean the guy the executive said this fiscal year, so we thought it would be like March next year, but I mean I guess
It
that's
seems
if
like
it's
they're
ready,
ready
it's
to go
ready.
here, right?
Yeah.
So, with all
Yeah,
that said,
that's
Daniel, sounds like it is a soft reboot of the franchise yet again,
yeah.
being called
I
Mortal
don't
Kombat 1 now.
yeah, that's what I don't like. I don't like calling it one.
No.
Like when they did Mortal Kombat 9, I don't think they technically called it 9, if I remember correctly. I think they did only call it Mortal Kombat, which I think is okay. Um, they still like externally kind of called it Mortal Kombat 9, like people associate it with 9, and then they did 10 and 11, so people still look at it as 9. I kind of wish it would still be Mortal Kombat 12, but just let the story be a reboot. I don't like it being called 1 really, but I don't hate it.
Insider Gaming also apparently somehow has images of the Mortal Kombat 1 of like the logo, and then they
Oh,
also
really?
found the price points. So standard $70, premium 109, and then a collector's edition, collectors with a K,
Well,
will
of
be
course.
$250.
There's no season Mortal Kombat World.
This is very interesting to me too because it looks like it's next gen only, but there's also a Switch version. So
Maybe it's
take
Switch
that for
Cloud,
what you will. Yeah, maybe it's Switch Cloud. Could possibly
but I
be
think
that.
Mortal Kombat 11 has a Switch version.
Does it? Okay,
I
I
think
didn't
it
know that.
does. Yeah.
So, sounding like it's gonna be called Mortal Kombat 1. It's gonna be a soft reboot. Yeah, I'm cool with that, I guess. I think like you were kind of saying, 9 kind of was that reboot point. I can't remember when 9 came out now at this point.
2010,
Okay, so it's been a
2009.
while, I guess, because it has been like 13 years, so
Yeah.
I guess you could do it
I mean,
again.
they
I think.
wrapped that trilogy up. Like it is
Oh,
done.
did they? Okay.
Oh yeah. They hit like Liu Kang resetting the universe. Like there's nothing like there's literally only the two of them, and they could do whatever they want. I mean, they could even do whatever they want with the two of those characters too, Liu Kang and Katana. But um, they were like resetting the world together, so or the universe together. So Like they
With
could
that being the
literally
case, now I don't think this is the worst idea. I think this will get a lot of
no for sure.
people to be able to
Yeah,
come into and be like, "Oh, Mortal Kombat 1," and like you're gonna get a lot of people with nostalgia for Mortal Kombat and stuff like that, thinking
I
it's
mean,
a
that's all
remake
what
and stuff
11
like
was
that.
about.
Yeah, yeah. I guess you can always just dip into that too when you're
Yeah,
named like Mortal Kombat. So, yeah, huge year for fighting games, man. If this is coming out in
please let Tekken
September,
come out now. Come on,
yeah. Oh,
just
dude,
come out this
Street
year.
Fighter versus Tekken versus Mortal Kombat.
Big
Oh
three,
God,
baby,
that's crazy. That's crazy. And then
all in
UFC
1 year.
5 comes out and just demolishes all of them.
Okay,
Uh,
now you're just
when we
joking
get to
on
that
me,
end of the year, can we have a fighting
trickster.
game category just so I can cheer for UFC 5?
UFC
Just
is
so
it
I can.
supposed to come out this year?
It's supposed to come out this year, yeah.
Oh, no. Your game of the year. That's the real game of
Game of
the
the year. Let's go.
year. UFC 5.
But yeah, this is cool, man. I've always liked Mortal Kombat, so
I'm surprised you
I guess
didn't complete that story. You need to play all 3 of those.
yeah, I just never got around to it. Well, because 9 you could never. Nine's hard to play now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
it's
get away with just doing some of the lore already,
sure.
so you can get away with really just doing 10 and 11,
Okay.
and they're not long. They're only
Yeah,
a
I
couple
know.
hours,
I
4 hours each maybe.
that's how I played the DC ones, Injustice. That's
Yeah.
I
Oh, and
played
those
those
are great
stories
too.
just back to back. Yeah, and that was
Yeah,
super quick.
the
That was fun
Mortal
too.
Kombat 11 has an awesome, fun story.
Cool.
There's only one problem with it. 2
What's that?
problems. Sorry, 2 problems. Number 1, I love Cassie Cage. She's a great character. They introduced her in 10. She was voiced by Ashley Birch in 10. Awesome.
Ooh, that's
So
cool.
good. Love Ashley. She's great. In 11, new voice actress. She's fine. She's not as fun and charming as Ashley was playing Cassie in
Mhm.
10. So in 11, Cassie, I don't like her voice actress as much. And then the second thing, they changed the voice actress for Sonya Blade, and it was Ronda Rousey, and she's awful. She's just abysmal. It's so bad. It sucks. It's literally the worst part of that game.
I love
Ronda
that. I love
Rousey,
that's hilarious that it was
and it
Ronda
sticks out
Rousey.
so
That's
much. She's
hilarious.
bad.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that's so funny. It's Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, it's very bad.
Oof.
Big oof. Yeah, she's not good. Go get someone
Let's
else. Go
put
get a real
Can we
actress
put Ronda Rousey in this one too? And then
as herself.
yeah, and then also have Ronda Rousey in the UFC game, and then can we also sprinkle her in Street Fighter too, just so Ronda Rousey's hitting all these games, a little
I feel like
bit.
she'd fit more in Tekken.
Well, of course, get her in Tekken too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm Tekken now, honestly, though, I delay until next year.
No way.
Is Tekken the big dog out of that? I feel like Tekken's in third out of Mortal Kombat
in
and
terms of
Street Fighter.
sales, Mortal Kombat's number 1. In terms of maybe cachet, Street Fighter's probably number 1.
Yeah,
It's probably kind of more considered the top dog.
that's what I'm saying.
I
I
mean,
feel like you're the third dog if
I
you're
guess you're not wrong, but
Tekken.
I think Tekken has more fans than you think that they do.
No, I think they have a huge
I'm a big
base. I
Tekken
think they
fan.
have. Yeah, I know, but like you're a bigger Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter fan. I'm assuming, right?
I think Tekken and Mortal Kombat are close. I
Okay.
might actually. I mean, Street Fighter might be my down at the bottom.
Okay.
If I'm being real, I think Mortal Kombat might be my favorite, and that's mostly because of the new trilogy.
Gotcha.
And I also really liked Armageddon, and I like 2 and 3 in the arcades. I really like Tekken 3.
Okay.
Love that game. Tekken 3 is great.
Let's get
I'm
another
excited
Soul
for that.
Calibur this year too. Then why not have them all fight?
I mean,
fuck it.
what are we doing?
When was the last Soul Calibur game? I feel like we haven't got one of those in a while.
2017.
Who makes
2016?
Soul Calibur?
Is
Bandai
that
Namco?
Koei
Are they
Tecmo?
the publisher?
Isn't that Koei?
Koei? Is that them?
I think, or maybe it's Bandai.
Okay. We can look it up.
Yeah, it's either Koei or Bandai.
Yeah,
Now
I can't remember who.
now I'm
I can't even
questioning.
remember
I
the
think it
last
is
Soul Calibur
Bandai.
game.
I think you're right.
Is
I
it?
think it is.
I think Bandai publishes for sure, right?
Yeah, I think it is a Bandai fighting game.
Oh, they also develop it. Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
Bandai Namco Studios develops.
Oh
the game.
wait, you know what? Koei is Dead or Alive.
Koei's Dead or Alive. Ah, you're right. You're right. We
Yeah,
haven't got
so
one of those in a while either.
we haven't gotten a Dead or Alive. I mean, they had one in the middle of last gen.
They make Tekken too.
Yeah,
Bandai
Bandai
Namco.
is- Guess what? Guess what, Connor?
Oh, okay. So that's
Guess
why we're
what?
not getting another Soul Calibur.
No.
Yeah.
But guess what? You know what
What?
else they made?
What's that?
Smash Ultimate and Smash 4.
Yeah, they do work on those.
Yep.
Huh? Yeah,
Yeah,
I forgot
yeah.
about that.
They were the workhorse for both those games.
Yeah, good point. Damn. Bandai Namco, quite a fighting game studio.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Guess what else they do?
What's that?
Anime games.
You could leave
And
those.
anime fighters.
You
Yeah,
could leave those.
yeah.
And we
I
don't
was
need
saying,
those.
I was waiting for you to boo them for the anime
They do make Dragon Ball Z
the
fighters
weeb
though.
stuff. Yeah.
Ah.
Well,
The
they
fighters
worked.
it was a really good game.
They work. Arc System works for that one though.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah,
That's a really
an
good
Arc
fighting
System
game.
one.
I need a sequel to that. Did you
Oh, yeah.
did you hear about them selling 10 million? I don't know if they were like combining sales of that.
No, it was that and Xenoverse.
Were they combining sales or were those both separately
think they're
selling
both.
10 million? Jesus,
both.
that's
Yeah.
crazy. Dragon Ball
Dragon
Z
Ball's a
games
huge
sell,
IP.
bro. Those
It's a huge
sell.
IP. It's our generation's IP. Come on.
That's nuts.
Us old heads. We're boomers.
Yeah.
Love Dragon Ball. Okay.
I'm watching Dragon Ball Z right now.
You pull your
I'm
phone
literally
up,
going
just
through
watch.
those. Yeah, currently while I'm doing this show. All right, well, yeah, quite the year for fighting games. 2023 will go down in history as the fighting game year.
Tekken better
Besides
come out. I want
Tuesday
all
Game
three
Week.
to come out.
Yeah, I do
really
too now. I want that showdown. Tekken
Yeah.
gotta come out in like October or something.
Because then we can actually have best fighting game category be the best fighting game category. It can
And,
actually be the big three.
What did they put in that? Sifu. Sifu
Oh
still
my
wins.
Lord have mercy. I want to do a backflip
Sifu.
into spikes.
That was the funniest thing when they put Sifu in that kind of... I just wish it won. It should have won because that would have just been so funny.
No. And Multiverse
Sifu.
would have lost, right?
Yeah,
Insane.
yeah.
'Cause
Multiverse was in.
actually
Well, that
fighting.
game was in beta, so it doesn't count.
It was
shouldn't
there. It won.
Should revoke that award though, Daniel, because it was
what
in
if it comes
beta.
back and it wins it next year?
Because it actually it launches this year, Daniel, and it wins. It beats Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Tekken. Fucking multiverses. All right. Next up, then, Sharp has announced, not Sharp, just as in like the word Sharp, the company.
No.
It has
The tech company.
something in the water today. All right. Just been drinking coffee too. All right. Sharp has announced that it's making an LCD display for a new gaming console. Sharp and Nintendo have worked together multiple times in the past, possibly hinting at the next Nintendo console.
The new what did we call it? Super Switch. The Super Switch.
The SS for
SS.
short. Yeah.
Yeah.
That can't go wrong.
Nintendo works with the SS.
Yeah.
Something in my water, maybe. Yeah. So I thought this was an interesting story. I think was this from Insider Gaming as well?
It was. Yeah. Oh no, Video Game Chronicle.
Okay, VGC, cool. Or no, is that VGC?
That is VGC. Yeah,
it is
VGC
okay.
for short. The writer is Tom Ivan.
Tom Ivan.
Tom Ivan.
Yeah, it's a good little like pickup here because they are working on something. That means it's probably in production. I don't know if that necessarily means that we'll get a new Switch, the Super Switch next year, but
so they did. Nintendo has confirmed this week in earnings calls or whatever that there will not be a new Switch launched within the next year. So through the
maybe
physical
still
year.
a reveal, maybe.
So that. Yeah, it could definitely still see a reveal. It launched. The weird thing is that the Switch launched in their fiscal year at the very end because that doesn't end until March 31st, and that came out at the beginning of March. So if they're not doing that again, in my mind, you got to push it then to fall 2024, right? Unless are you gonna launch April 1st, or whatever, like beginning in April with the new console? That would seem a little odd, but I guess it seemed odd last time when they launched in the beginning of March anyway. So it's like. Guess you could come out with the new console whenever, right?
I think they announced the Switch in October, right? Wasn't that when it got announced and then it came out in March? So that was a pretty quick turnaround. So I don't know, unless they're gonna wait to reveal it. We thought that event they might have hardware.
Yeah.
At the September event.
Yeah.
So maybe not.
Yeah, in my mind now, I'm just kind of picturing fall 2024 for the next console, but it could be earlier than that, I suppose. But
maybe trying to hit that big fall. Everyone buying stuff
for sure, and you don't got to compete with a new PlayStation or a new Xbox, right?
I don't know. Maybe there's a pro for each next year.
That's the thing, right? Is there will be pros then, but that's not really. Maybe not like
next
people
year
are like
pros.
Running down to fucking Walmart to pick up the pros, right?
I think that both Xbox and PlayStation would want that.
Yeah, well, certainly. That's just not that ain't gonna happen. But if that is the case, then if there isn't a new Switch until fall 2024, there would have to be another big game between now and then, right? At least one. I mean, we know we're getting Pikmin, but like there has to be
Metroid.
Something.
Is Metroid the last?
Metroid 4, right? Yeah, could that be it?
Yeah,
Who knows?
they're gonna want to save stuff for the launch of it.
100%. That's why I think the new Mario
Mario's
has
not
to be
until then.
has to launch with the console. You're gonna hold that for that, right? You're not gonna
Yeah,
just
they
release a
saw
new
the
3D
success
Mario for that, right?
with Breath of the Wild, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, I mean, they've done this the whole fucking time Nintendo's been making consoles, I assume, right? I
For
don't know
sure.
about NES but Nintendo 64, of course, launched with Super Mario
Yeah,
64, etc. Sunshine launched with
yeah,
GameCube. This is what they do.
for sure. So yeah. I think it has to be Prime 4. They
Prime
have
4, yeah.
where is Prime 4?
Yeah, I
Really?
think we'll also at the launch. Let's have some fun here. What's the
Okay,
launch lineup for the next
sure.
Nintendo console? I'm
Okay.
gonna go an updated version of Tears of the Kingdom. I think that's an obvious. I think
So
that'll,
you think this thing's gonna be powerful enough where they're gonna do a more updated version of it?
or at least maybe it won't even be that significant of an update, right? But just a whatever the next console's called version of Tears of the Kingdom. I think
Okay,
that you're gonna have to do that, and then the big dogs. I don't know why I said that first, but
that's fine.
of course, a new Mario. I think a new 3D Mario. We're due.
You
I
think
think,
that's launching? You
yeah,
don't
I
think
think
it's 2D?
you could, right? I mean, you could.
We haven't had a 2D one in forever.
No, we haven't, but I just think new 3D Mario with the new console. That's what gets
Sure.
people really excited, right? Not that 2D doesn't. It just maybe for me personally, I'm just more I want the 3D.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna say that. Then maybe Mario Kart too. Like we know that's in development. They've said that's in development. And it's
I'm gonna
like,
tell you what it is.
what's
You
that?
ready?
Yeah.
It's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Deluxe, and it's gonna have it's gonna have
Wow.
that entire whatever waves, and it's gonna have it all bundled into one cartridge, and it's gonna be the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Deluxe, and it's gonna launch with the new Switch.
You know what I'm gonna do then, Daniel? I'm gonna find the tallest building near me and I'm gonna jump
Jump
the fuck
off
off it. That's what I'm gonna do, Daniel.
it.
Okay, because I can't take it
I'm
anymore.
telling you, that's what's gonna happen. I'm
Just
telling
give
you
me a
right
new
now.
Mario Kart. I just
I know.
can't do it anymore. You know what I would love, honestly, is if it was just called Nintendo Kart or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Add
Super Kart
Samus,
Racer, whatever the fuck, and it's just Nintendo.
add
It's
Zelda.
it's Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but it's Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Mario Kart Ultimate. You could
Yeah.
even call it
All the
that if you wanted to.
Pokemon.
All the Pokemon, every Nintendo character. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Even get into other things that aren't owned by Nintendo, like they did with Smash, right? Like
Sure.
let me race around this fucking cloud from Final Fantasy or whatever. You know what I
Actually
mean?
have those tracks and stuff too. Yeah, that'd
Yeah,
be really
oh,
cool.
dude, that'd be really cool. Yeah, I would
They
love
already
that.
teased it with Deluxe, with 8, or with all the DLC that 8 had, like with Link and
Yeah.
the Animal Crossing characters. You have the Squid and Squidlings and the Octolings.
See, they're already
Um,
almost there. Like, just do it.
they're getting there a little bit, yeah. Maybe
I
maybe
suppose
do you
you
think
could
the
keep the name Mario Kart,
yeah, I was saying, do
right?
you think the brand's just too strong? It
Yeah,
probably
it
is.
probably is.
Got a lot of legacy.
Just do that, but keep the name Mario Kart. No one's gonna give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like you can
Yeah,
still
where's
just call it
Samus?
that. Yeah, or
Like, Samus
Samus.
fits so well. Come on.
Think of the cool maps you can have with that too. I think you just
Yeah.
said that, but like, yeah,
Space maps.
and there'll be awesome maps through all those different characters and stuff. And then
Yeah.
obviously for their other launch lineup, they'll have their gimmicky stuff again with whatever the next console is.
Yeah, we're Snipper Clips 2.
Yeah, 1-2 Switch 2.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow.
Switch.
3-4-2. That's what they call it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I think we'll be getting all that, and then
I agree. Mario's probably a launch game.
yeah. All right. Well, we look forward to seeing the next Nintendo console whenever that is. Our last news story, bit of a sad one. Goodbye Volcano High has been delayed from June 15th to August 29th, 2023. Not the biggest delay, but bit of a delay there.
Yeah, I hope this game comes out awesome. Looks cool. I like visual novels, so we're already getting one this year, right? Or one that I'm looking forward to, Oxenfree 2. So
Yep.
that's the big one this year. I think that there's like 2 Telltale games this year, right? As well, supposed to be. I haven't really heard anything about them.
Yeah, I
But
believe either the Star Trek
Expanse
game
one,
or the
right?
Expanse has a date. I think the Star
Okay.
Trek game has a date. They might be
Okay.
that one, yeah. And then the Expanse one. So what is it again? It's the Expanse is being made by Telltale,
Yeah, I think that's being made by
and
Telltale.
then
Yeah,
Star Trek, that one's being made by former Telltale employees.
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what we're going with there. Okay, so I thought the
think so.
Expanse one looked cool. I think the Star Trek one looked a little janky,
Okay.
if I remember correctly. Yeah.
And then we're getting what Wolf. The Wolf Among Us was supposed to be this year. They delayed it to next year.
Yeah, that
right?
got officially delayed out this year, so that'll be a little while, I'm assuming. But Telltale,
Can't wait
take
for
your
that
time,
one.
please. We don't need more
Yeah,
janky games out of Telltale.
fix that engine.
Yeah, but that's the one thing that's been missing from this year. This year for me is a lot of indie games, a lot of really good, high
We're getting a
quality
lot of
indie
big
games
games
that
this
I'm
year.
in the. Yeah, we're getting a lot. It's a lot of big
COVID
AAA
backup
games.
is releasing.
Yeah, definitely 100%. I agree with you. But there are a few that we talked about earlier that I'm really looking forward to. Humanity, I'm hopeful for that. Planet Alana, very
And
hopeful for
Alana, yeah,
that. I think that game looks awesome. Then the Goodbye Volcano High, obviously,
yep.
and then Oxenfree 2. Really looking
Oxford
forward to
2.
that. Those are
Does
kind of
does Liza P count?
no.
Not really.
That would be a double A space if anything.
Okay.
But that's damn near. I mean, look at that game. That looks triple A.
Looks good. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. And yeah, I'm trying to think what other big indie games might be hitting this year. Not too many that I can think
My
of.
brain is not putting it together.
No, me neither. Well,
I'm sure I'm missing some.
Bomber Cyberpunk.
Yes, that
If
game
you want
looks
to
really
count
cool.
that game looks awesome. I'm just thinking of my fantasy critic now. I got a shit ton. Gumbrella.
Umbrella. Yeah.
Devolver Digital, by the way, just announced their showcase for sometime in June.
Theirs is always amazing. They have because
Yeah.
theirs is barely even a showcase.
Yeah.
it's like a theater piece. It's so fun. I love sitting there watching Devolvers. I have another one though. It just came to my head, and you're gonna beat yourself up for not thinking about it because you're the one that's most excited for it.
I still
Thirsty
can't think of it.
Shooters.
Oh, Thirsty Shooter. Thirsty Shooter
Yeah,
looks fucking awesome.
you're the one that's most excited for it here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that game does look fucking cool.
yeah.
That guy
It looks
just
really cool.
confirmed that the game's still on track for this year too on
Cool.
Games Daily. So yeah, that'll be sometime this year. Yeah, I think that looks awesome too. Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And there's
indies,
probably a bunch
come
of
on
farm
through.
games, right?
Yeah, the 12 million that Square announced last year that are all
Yeah,
coming
they're
out on the same day.
the indie showcases.
Yeah,
They're
all
fun.
coming out the same day too.
Where's the Haunted Chocolatier?
Yeah,
From the guy that made Stardew. He
I
announced
think
that last year,
that
right?
guy did an update. He said he had to work on something for Stardew Valley very recently, so it doesn't sound like that's coming out this year. Also,
maybe next year.
Mina the Howler, unfortunately, doesn't sound like it's coming out this year.
No,
I was watching a
I forgot
video.
about
Some
that
people were
game.
playing that game at PAX, and they asked one of the developers, "Is it looking like that this is coming out this year?" The developer just was like, "So,
No, I was so excited. I
yeah,
forgot about Mina the Hollower.
does it huge hits my fantasy critic too with that one. Yeah, it sounds like that's not coming out this year either.
Yeah, man, I forgot about that game.
Yeah.
I'm you know, I have my Shovel Knight poster
Yeah, you
right
Shovel
there.
Knight poster. Yeah,
Man,
that
I
game
forgot
does
about
look
Mina
very
the
cute
Hollower.
too. So
Yeah,
nah.
I love the cute little Mina.
Probably early
little
next
mouse.
year, I'd say sometime. You'll get it within a year from now. So yeah, but indies, come on through, man. I want some indies this year. My last two game of the years have been just random indie games that have come out in the summer. Like games I'm not even. It was Neon White and The Forgotten City. Those were two games not even on my radar at the beginning of the year, and they just came out, and I loved them. So I'm wondering what that'll be this year, if at all, if I get one at all.
Indies have killed it for us as like Nerdic gods.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's Death's Door was our game of the year as a unit
Yeah.
in 2021. Immortality was an indie we loved.
Yeah, we love that game.
The TMNT game from last year was really good. Yeah, obviously Neon White, The Forgotten City. We both love those. Yeah, we're big.
I think
indie
all three of us
here.
like those. Yeah.
Yeah, we're big indie supporters around here.
For sure. Yeah. So yeah,
As Dusk Falls.
As Dusk Falls. Yeah. Oh, that was a good game too.
Yeah.
Where's the second one of that? Yeah.
Yeah, especially how that
that cliffhanger. I thought that would be quick, but maybe they're taking their time with that.
Yeah.
All right, Daniel. That's gonna do it for the news for the week. We'll now move on to what we've been playing. Daniel, I think your T-shirt just says what you've been playing.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't force grab them right now. I'm trying.
That'd be really cool if you did.
Yeah, what if I just reached over here and I just set it up so it looks like I force grabbed?
You know what? I would act completely normal, and then once we get off this call, I would call the FBI.
This man's an alien.
Be like,
Take
guys,
him away.
there's this guy. Go watch my show. It's you need to check this guy out.
Yeah, so I actually got to put a good chunk of time. I made time this week to
No
actually...
spoilers, but we were talking about where you are right before this game. You have like an hour left.
Oh, so that's even less than when you were alluding to. That's even less than I thought. Okay,
Yeah,
so
now
yeah,
that I like fully remember where you are, you have about an hour, maybe more or less.
is that like one chapter left?
Yeah, I'd say, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So yeah, I've gotten pretty far into the game. I got all the stances now. Kind of messing with those, which ones I like and don't, and like more like a little less. I'm trying to commit to the cross guard just to try it out more. I'm still a little iffy. It's a little slow for me and how I play games. I like to dodge a lot more, and this is a little bit more blocking and heavy hits.
There were a couple battles where I actually ended up really liking the single and the cross guard and switching between those. I had some fun with that. But yeah, I didn't stick with the cross guard for too long. I mostly went
Yeah.
single and blaster. Those were my
See, the
two
blaster,
main
I
ones.
like the blaster. Like, it's not fully clicking. I don't know. Maybe I need to use it more.
It clicked for me more when you got more of the upgrades, and there's a quick draw ability after a while that you can get with that,
Oh,
and I had a
okay.
lot of fun with that. It kind of like freezes time, and you kind of like it's almost like Red Dead style, where like you like put
Oh,
the cursor on the enemies you
yeah,
want to
yeah, yeah,
shoot,
yeah.
and then you let go, and then he shoots all three of them or however many there are or whatever, and
Cool.
that was cool. I had fun with that ability.
Maybe I should try it a little more. I always love the double bladed, Cal's normal saber from the first game. That double bladed. I
That is
love
my
the double
least
bladed.
favorite one, actually. Yeah.
It's not my go-to. It's not my favorite. My
No.
favorite is the
Okay.
duel.
The
I
duel,
love duel.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
did
my favorite.
towards the tail end of my my run with it. I did become fond of the duel as well.
I think it's the highest damage output, and it's very quick. So I'll just get in their face and just I can basically like stop people from doing their attacks because I'm attacking so fast. The only thing I don't like about the dual wielding is the Y mechanic for the dual wielding. The like parry, or he like Cal can like parry.
Oh yeah, yeah. He like
I
goes into
don't
the
like
force
it.
sense thing or
Yeah,
whatever, and then you wait. Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
I
like
wasn't a
that
big fan of that either.
as that be its weapon. I wish it was more like a cross parry or something
Yeah,
like more of a quicker parry, but they like you already have a parry button. So I don't know. I don't feel like they needed to double up on a parry,
I did get
you know?
really into the simple evade. I don't know if the dual wield stance had that one or if it was just the single. I think they all kind of had that though. But just the timing evade, someone swings at you, you just press circle real quick without moving, and he just does the back step and then go in and slash. I got really into that in this one.
The I think it is the dual wield has yeah, it's the dual wield. It has an attack where it's like a jump. It's like an attack forward and then a jump back.
Yeah,
It's one of the first few upgrades you get, I think. That is a very good move to like get a bigger enemy.
yeah.
Just and then try to get them to knock some other enemies. So jump in and try to aggro them. Yeah, I really like the dual wielding. Yeah, I should try out the blaster one more. So I used it for a bit, but not a ton. And the single, I don't know. It's it's good. It's really good. It's the most balanced one, but
Yeah, to
it's
me
just
that
the
was
most
just
boring.
the basic one. Yeah, I suppose it is the most boring. I don't know. I had a lot of fun with that one though. I just
Yeah.
and maybe I'm just a basic bitch. I don't know.
I mean,
I like the
that could
single.
be true. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I like the single. I don't know what to
What
tell you.
color do you go with
Oh, I
for
go
the whole game?
see this will be a conversation because I think other
Okay.
people will probably disagree with me. But I like to play whatever the fuck the canon Cal is.
Oh, for
Okay.
sure. I'm with
Yeah.
you. I don't
Oh,
change
are
what it
you
looks
okay?
like.
Okay,
I
awesome.
change the color, but not what its jar
I
or
don't even change
saber.
the color because I guarantee you when he pops up in one of these fucking Disney Plus shows or whatever, he's gonna have a blue lightsaber. I know damn well he's gonna
Yeah,
have a blue. You look at all the marketing
a blue
things,
double
it's a
bladed.
blue
Yep.
lightsaber. You know what I mean? So it's like his lightsaber is blue. You know?
Yeah, I am with you with canon. Sloan always makes fun of me for saying that stuff too. I'm with you though.
Oh, dude,
But
it
mine is
bothers me.
green. Mine is green, but that's
Okay.
mostly because of me, and I like Luke's green saber. But um, I'm with you with the canon stuff.
Yeah, like I
Um,
had a friend that
I have
played
not
Spider
changed his
Man
outfit either.
that played the Spider Man game all in that cartoon suit, and I'm like, the
Oh,
fuck? I mean, it's
it
cool,
is cool.
but it's like I'm wearing the normal Spider Man suit
That
'cause
white
that's what
spider
he's
suit's
fucking
pretty
wearing.
nice.
I
I
love
love
that
that white
suit
spider
anyway,
suit.
so I don't even
Yeah,
care. It's like,
it's a
but
good suit.
yeah, it's like. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit there and make my cow look completely ridiculous, so he just looks stupid in these cutscenes. You know, like he's having like a very serious moment, and he's got a
I
fucking
don't like
mullet
most
on.
of the outfits.
No, I don't either. Credit to Respawn though for going above and beyond what the customized
Yeah, oh
thing and
yeah.
like having so many options. Dude, there are so
I
many.
heard the
It's
feedback.
oh yeah, for sure. Like so you can make this cow look absolutely ridiculous, and like, which is cool. I don't need it, but like, for people that do want to customize their cow, it's awesome though. That's
Mine's the exact same. He is
yeah,
same
me
like
too.
kind of short beard,
Yeah,
his same hair, and I have that. I really like. I didn't like his scrapper outfit from the first game as much. It was okay, but I really like his standard outfit in this
in
game.
this game,
So
yeah, me too.
I kept it the
Yeah, I
whole
kept
time.
that as well. Yeah, I didn't fuck with the customized thing until I beat the game. So yeah, I just kept all the basic stuff as well.
Yeah. But yeah, I love it. It's so far it's just more of the first game. I don't know how I compare it to the first game yet. I would like to beat this one first and then kind of see how I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been kind of thinking about that. I think I liked the first game's story a bit more overall, but I think that story was just it was right there for the taking for anyone in the Star Wars universe. A former
First era.
Jedi running away from the Empire, trying to hide and not be found as a Jedi. That was there for the taking. Like anyone could have done that. It was like a I don't want to say easy, but for lack of a better term, easy story to tell with that. I mean, they added some twists and turns, of course, in the first one, but this game goes some places I just wasn't expecting with the
Yeah.
story, and then I
There's a
love a lot of the
there's a
character
heart there
moments
that I
in this
don't
game.
want to there's a heart there that I don't really want to spoil.
Yeah, no, we're trying to
Um,
evade the spoilers, of course, but
but it is Daniel Bate.
sure,
I'll
I
tell you
agree.
after the show. It's
Yeah,
Daniel Bate.
yeah, yeah,
I'll tell
yeah.
you. But you can continue. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. And but yeah, I think I like the first game's story a bit more overall, but I think in every other way this game's better.
Okay. I definitely it everything feels a little bit better to do. He feels a little bit better to move, right? They updated it. Like I think the stances are just better. It's better to have more options. Um yeah, I told you this before we started the show. My only real complaint with like the combat is when it tries to be more difficult. I just don't think it gets there. I think the game needs to focus more on the fun factor of being a saber. Maybe not get too arcadey like a Force Unleashed, or I don't know, even Battlefront when you can actually play as a character like that in Battlefront. It's pretty arcadey, but it needs to maybe strike a more balance of being more fun, have more fun set pieces, be a little maybe think it already uh, trying to be Uncharted a lot, so just make it a little more fun, I think, and not necessarily be try to be Dark Souls because it's not Dark Souls
Yeah,
with the
no.
bosses.
Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit with the boss battles. I think Dark Souls does such a good job. The Souls genre in general does such a good job of like just giving you those little tells during boss fights and little things you're supposed to be picking up on to defeat the boss and stuff like that. And this game it does that very little bit, but most of the time you can kind of just get by doing whatever you want with the powers and the lightsaber and stuff like that. And that doesn't always they don't always mesh together when they try to I don't know, it's a fine line there, right?
It is a very fine line, and
Yeah.
like to be to Respawn's credit, like this is only their second game trying to do something that isn't an FPS. So like I give them a lot of leeway because these two games back to back for like Stig and that team is like really impressive. And like whatever Stig wants to do with his team, like if I was Respawn and I was Vince or whoever's kind of overseeing Stig, I would tell him to do whatever you want to do. Make that third game or whatever you want to do after that. Do whatever you want to do because this team's great. But yeah, it's only their second game trying these boss fights, so I think they need to, I don't know, go play Bloodborne for a while. Try to mimic that. you know? Uh
Or don't.
or don't. What are you, a Bloodborne hater?
No, I just mean like, or don't try to be Bloodborne.
Or yeah, or
Yeah,
don't. Right. Like
yeah,
I said, just maybe lean more into the fun
yeah,
side of it.
exactly.
Um but yeah, I think it's great. That this is a great video game. It needs more work in terms of the tech. I don't have a lot of problems on my console. I generally don't. I generally don't have get lucky with not having too many issues, but I could tell that it is having some issues
It need him. I don't see why they couldn't have delayed till the fall. Like I see absolutely no reason you guys
for
couldn't
next
have
year.
try to hit that. You could have done the November date again. That's what they did with the last game. That mid
Yeah.
November. You could have done that easily. Like You know, Call of Duty's always gonna be there, so you don't really got to worry about that. And
But
then
you're
really,
Star Wars.
yeah, there's
Come
Star Wars exactly. Like it
on, we're
doesn't. There's
Star
really
Wars.
nothing out there
When's
that's
Ahsoka
gonna
coming out?
overtake that. When's what?
Ahsoka.
Oh, August. Could have done that too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like that's why I was thinking. Like market it together.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, there's absolutely no reason they couldn't have delayed it again. You know, I know
Yeah,
the
didn't they
director came
say?
out and said he didn't want to do another delay. And it's like,
Yeah,
why?
Stick said he
You
didn't
know,
want to delay it,
wouldn't you
but
have wanted your game to be in the best shape possible when people played it? You know, it's just, and
yeah,
it sucks because I know we touched on this last week, but it's just that's all people are talking about with this game is the technical issues, and it just sucks because like there's such amazing Star Wars story moments in this game that people should be talking about, and they're just not.
yeah. We will. We will.
Yeah, we will not spoil it though here. Oh, I
No.
platinum the game. Yeah, I got
Hey, you
down to the
platinumed it.
fucking wire there. You know,
Down to
I
the
did it
Yeah, you did it.
down,
What was it?
literally
Technically
down to the
this
wire.
morning.
Yeah, this morning at like 5 a.m. I got it, and I was like, dude, because you got to get all these fucking what are they called, priorate shards or whatever. You find
Yeah.
them all around the map on Kobo because you got to buy all of. There's a shopkeeper named what's her name, Domo.
Yeah.
You got to get all of her stuff, and that was the one that was dragging for me because
Okay.
I'm just like trying to find these fucking shards, and you get a map eventually that shows you where they all are on the map, so it's very easy. But it's like the last couple are still hard to find because that map fucking sucks. Like
It's
just,
not
like,
good. It's better than the first game, but
it's
it's
better
not
than the
good.
first game, but yeah, it's not
I
good.
tell this. I've been telling Sloan this entire week. Man, this map is garbage. It's
Mhm.
like it is not good. It's not good. It's not a good map.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, I had a great time with this platinum. I thought it was a good trophy list. You know, just your basic go around, do everything, all collectibles. Thought the bounty hunts was fucking awesome. I know I've been telling you, you got to get through the
I
bounty
started it.
hunts. Yeah, get through the bounty hunts before you put down the game. I think you
I
should
wonder
have
what this
enough time.
teaser is.
You'll like
What's
it.
this
You'll like
teaser?
it. You'll like it.
I don't.
If you're
Sloan
Star Wars,
said the sa-
if
Sloan
you're a
said
big
he
Star
beat the
Wars
game.
fan, get through the bounty hunts. Well, I'll say
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Sloan said the same thing, and I don't like you two like telling me like teasing me
He's
like
entirely
this.
right. He's
Yeah.
you should like it. You should be excited. I
All
mean,
right.
you know,
All
I'm
right.
not gonna. I don't want to overhype it for you. It's not like the best thing
Okay.
ever, but you're
Okay.
gonna enjoy it as a Star Wars
Okay.
fan for sure. But
Gotcha.
yeah, I had a good time with this. Some really hard boss fights in the Force Tears. Some optional boss fight. There's also, I really got to give a shout out to these Force Tears because there was some half were boss fights and half were these really cool platforming traversal things.
I didn't get to do it. The only two that I've done so far were like kind of like a horde mode thing where you just
Yeah,
gotta kill stuff.
yeah,
That's all
yeah,
I've
yeah.
done so far. I've not done platformy ones.
Yeah, so I guess I'm grouping those in with the boss fights. There are ones that are straight up boss fights, and then
Oh,
there's
okay.
the big horde ones like you're talking about. But then there's probably 12 in all, maybe 8, something like that, and
Okay.
half are the traversal platforming ones, and those are fucking cool. Give me a whole game respawn, make a platformer because like they would knock it out of the fucking park.
How does that work? Are you like? Is there like
It's
a
like an
lava behind
obstacle
you and you're
course.
running?
Yeah, so you like get teleported to the weird area wherever the fuck you are, and then it's just like an obstacle course. You know, they add in all the different elements you see throughout traversing the world. You know, with the wall runs.
Neon white.
Yeah, exactly. Think neon white.
Just trying to be neon white.
Yeah, exactly. It's trying to be neon white, and those are so fun, man. They were really cool.
Cool.
Yeah. So I respawn, make a platformer, and give me a whole game of just that because those are really fun. And then yeah, some really hard optional boss fights. So one you had to fight two rancors, whatever they're called,
Mhm.
at the same time. That was hard. That was hard. And
That
then
sounds tough.
yeah, and then there was one where you had to fight two of the frog enemies from the first game. You know, those big annoying
Sloan was
frogs.
telling me that there was a
Yeah.
frog enemy.
Yeah. They brought it back. So there's one in the world that you can find, and then there's
What was his? He had a dumb name too. What was his dumb
oh,
name?
it's like Ogo Bogo or some shit,
Yeah,
something like that.
like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that
Stupid
so
frog.
there's one where you got to fight two of those at the same time, and
Oh
that was tough.
no.
That was tough. And then last night I did another one that was just a big group of like 5 different monsters. And that was when I knocked it down to story mode because I was like,
Okay.
because I was running down to the wire here. It was like 4 a.m. This is like one of the last things I had to do for the platinum. So yeah, I finally knocked
there's
it down
no
to story mode on that
Difficulty
one.
stuff for the platinum?
No, yeah, you can knock it down to whatever you want, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Good for people that want to get the platinum.
Yeah, a lot of developers have learned from that people ain't gonna do it if you add in the difficulty
Yeah.
stuff. So
I think they're still doing new game plus stuff, but
yeah, not in this
not
one.
necessary.
This game
Not
didn't
this
have
one.
any new game plus thing. So but yeah, I had
Okay.
a great time. It was I wish I could have taken my time a bit more with the platinum with the going for that. I would have
Zelda.
Yeah, I would have stretched it out for another weekend had Tears of the Kingdom not been coming out this week, but I knew I had to get it now before Tears of the Kingdom came out. Otherwise, I might not ever get it.
Yeah.
One of those. I do have a handful of if you look at my trophy list, that are just like 80%, 90%, and it's just like, why didn't he just platinum these? Because something came out, and I just never went back.
Something else
Yeah,
released.
something happened. So yeah, I'm thankful it didn't end up being one of those.
Are you still gonna get Neon White's platinum?
That's a hard one, Daniel. That's a very hard trophy list. I
Yeah.
will again. It's just add it to the pile of games where I'm working on the trophies. Add it with that. All Kingdom Hearts games. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1+2.
The Tony Hawk.
I'm still working on them. Still working on them, dude. Someday
The
I'll get them.
entire run of the show, it's only going to be you trying to get this platinum.
I'll
Will
get
be
it.
10 years from now. I'm
Right.
gonna be like, Connor,
And
did
then
you
I'll
ever
get
try
it.
to get this platinum? Did you ever get it? No,
Nah,
I still
no.
haven't got it.
Well, thankfully, it's Tony Hawk, and I do love popping in Tony Hawk now and then. So yeah.
Do you keep it downloaded?
Yeah, that's
Cool.
one of my main stead games. That and the Kingdom
Nice.
Hearts collection for sure. And I suppose Neon White is now in that list.
Yeah, but Kingdom Hearts is hard to pop in, right?
No, that is hard to pop in for sure. But I do get an itch probably like once a year to play Kingdom Hearts, and
Okay.
I'll chip away at that. The Kingdom Hearts 2 one is very difficult, but
Yeah.
someday we'll get that. I also have the Uncharted collection always there.
Oh, does that count as 3 or just 1?
That counts as
Platinum.
3. So last year I got Uncharted 1 finally after like it's funny if you look at PSN profiles they give you all the data and stuff and it's I got the Uncharted 1. I started it the day the collection came out and then it was like 8.5 years later or some shit I got the Uncharted 1 platinum. So it yeah, chipping away. I do actually commit and chip away. So yeah.
Okay.
I guess that'll do it for what we've been playing. We don't necessarily have too much time here. You just want to talk about how excited we are for Tears of the Kingdom?
Yeah. I can't believe we get to play as Ganon and we stab Link and kill him in the intro of the game, and then you just play as Ganon the whole time.
Spoilers, Daniel. Jesus,
I can't believe I
didn't
just
know
spoiled it.
this. Oh my god.
I watched all the leaks. Like Ganon's crazy. His movesets, it's pretty wild. You're probably like 10 feet tall. Link's probably 5'5". He's pretty short. You're probably like 10 feet
walking
tall.
around like Attack on Titan style
stomping
through this
around,
world
yeah.
as Ganon. Okay, that's it. That's the game.
He has like a yell button where you just yell.
What's the games where you're like a little ball and you roll and pick up stuff throughout the environment?
Katamari.
Katamari, yeah, that's what it is. That's what this 97 on Open Critic game is.
It's just a Katamari
It's
game.
just Katamari, yeah, in the Breath of the Wild world. Okay,
but he brutally murders Link.
brutally.
Brutal. It's brutal.
Gotcha.
It's Last of Us Part 2.
Damn.
Yeah, like Nintendo
Spoilers. They went there.
Nintendo went there.
What if it's Zelda that he beats Zelda's head in, right?
Oh,
And Link's
my
gotta watch
Lord.
the baseball.
In the
bat.
trailer when she's falling, that's where she runs into Ganon.
Right,
and
yeah.
That's it.
And it just pulls up a golf club.
Um,
just a basic golf club too. Like
Yeah.
fuck, where did he get that? that
Mario
shouldn't
comes
be in
out,
this
hands
world.
him the golf club.
Well, that'll be it. It'll be Chris Pratt's Mario. That's how this
Yeah.
game ends. He like pops out of a portal and he's like, "Link, we need you," or whatever. And this sets up the Legend of Zelda movie.
Whoa.
Yeah, mind blowing, honestly.
Yeah.
That'll be cool. All right, well, here's the game, man.
I just spoiled the whole game. You don't need to play it anymore.
Spoiled the whole game. So, what's your plan? Play that last hour of Survivor, and then
Yeah, I'm trying to do the bounties, and then
you should be able to get through it.
I'm gonna one way or another. If I can't play much today, I'm going to beat it tomorrow, and
Okay.
then get to Zelda when I can get to it.
Okay, yeah. Well, beelining the bounties that shouldn't take you very long. I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be all right. I would say you got like 2 to 3 hours left with
Total?
the bounties and the beating it.
The only thing that sucks is constantly having to go back to the bounty hunter lady.
Yeah,
I wish I could just give them to me.
There's
Let
a
me
bit
do 'em.
worse. Like I said, with the meditation points and fast traveling there, though, it's like I don't think any of the bounties.
Yeah, but
are,
everyone
like,
I've had
too
to do,
far.
I've had to keep flying back to different planets.
Sure, yeah, you are gonna have to do that. All right,
It's
yeah,
just
maybe
it seems a
bit
little
longer.
time consuming for these bounties.
No,
Not that
I mean
takes
it
too long.
is. I mean
It's
that's
just
what
like,
they're there for, though, right?
yeah, it's just like, oh, I got to go to another I have to wait for the thing to load. Got to go back to the planet, go run all the way to her, talk to her.
Thank God we're on next gen though. I was thinking this last night when I was platinuming it. I was like, dude, thank God we're on this gen.
It still
like,
loads a lot.
It does, but like it's nothing compared to what it was, bro.
Yeah,
You'd be
Skyrim.
sitting there for a good. Oh, dude, Skyrim. Remember on 360?
They gave you the
loading
statue,
screen?
so you could sit there and spin it.
You're sitting there 5 fucking minutes
Yeah.
turning that statue, bro. I know in detail what all those statues look like.
Yeah.
Of that game.
Bloodborne, when Bloodborne launched, like, it was like a minute.
So it's
Insane.
the way we used to live, man.
Crazy
Times. All right, that's gonna do it for the Nerd Gods Podcast, episode 170. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/Nerdic Gods. You can also find us available on all your favorite audio platforms. Daniel, anything else you'd like to say?
Rest in peace, Link.
Rest in peace, Link. It's a shame, you know.
It's a shame.
Rest in peace, my fantasy critic this year. Jesus, man. 97. Like, goddamn, what am I supposed to do there? You know what I mean? I need like
Lose.
FS16.
That's what you're supposed to do. I'm
Yeah, I
taking my crown
guess
back.
that's all I'm
Taking
supposed to
my
do.
crown.
Shit. At least one of us won. Okay, at least because we got like a good 5 people that aren't part of aren't on the show every week.
As long as as long as Sloan doesn't win.
Yeah,
I don't
as
care.
long as Sloan didn't win, right?
As long as he doesn't win.
Yeah,
anyone else can win.
I guess he's still technically in it.
Actually, if Sloan or Sims wins, like, we don't want that. Those two can, anyone else.
Sims got the whole UK thing, so it's like we don't want him winning.
But Nat's fine. If Nat wins, I don't care.
Sure, that'd be great. I'd be fine with that. That's not. Imagine Sims winning. He'd rub it in all year. You don't want that. No one wants that.
No, I'd stop doing it. We won't do it next year.
Unfortunately, Sims picked up Redfall, so he's fucked. Game's at like a 58 now. You're done. You're done, Jesus. Bro. It's like minus what some odd points, 11 or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.